X-Carb, I think, is kind of the benchmark product globally for low embodied carbon steel.
I think there's a lot of room for improvement within the steel industry, and we have to utilize each material to maximize its strengths.
One of the things about X-Carb is that it's like a high recycled content EAF process, but just because it's electric arc, you really need to think about where the electricity is coming from, right? So if you're burning coal to make electricity in a power plant, you're not going to have green steel. And that's why it's really important to sort of understand all the inputs in the process.
I would say that the electric arc furnace is pretty critical to ArcelorMittal achieving its goal of net zero by 2050.
I think that on a go-forward basis, our commitment to low-carbon structural materials is going to depend significantly on the regulatory environment.
It's absolutely critical to have proper documentation in the form of the environmental product declarations, and it helps us quickly identify the relative benefits of different products, different materials, different structural systems. So it's the tools that we need as engineers to make educated, informed decisions about how we're going to build a greener building.
Clients are becoming very savvy with respect to the energy that they're not only using during the operation of a building, but also what they're putting into it. So we're relying and looking to get information from materials industries to understand fully what type of energy and embodied carbon or other types of environmental impact areas that these materials use to better inform our clients about the structural systems that we're going to ultimately use in their project.
And that's what really makes this project exciting. Not only are we able to offer our customers a lower carbon embodied product, but we're also helping the local community out as well. It's really a win-win solution. We've heard all of the studies that say carbon reduction is key to the climate change solution, and we've made our commitments. So it's about fulfilling the commitment to the city, to the country, to the society, and globally to reduce carbon.
We're always thinking about cost, and cost is economy, and economy is elegance in design often, right? So that's been pretty consistent, but the embodied carbon conversation is really recent. We talked for the last number of years about carbon efficiency. It was mostly operational. It was mostly around mechanical systems, envelope, things like that. And we're finding a way to measure what it is that we're doing and set goals to improve.
Steel needs to sort of prove itself in a sense of, can it become a greener material as a whole? We're seeing that focus now with manufacturers to move away from traditional methods of steel production into more cleaner methods by either using sources of energy that are sourced in a green manner or changing production processes as a whole so that the embodied carbon within that process goes down.
Being that high of a contributor to the global CO2 emissions total, we have an obligation to work towards carbon neutrality, and being able to hit it is critical. And again, it's not just about the lower CO2 in our product, it's about the community, it's about our emissions, it's about being a steward in our community to help it out. We're a resident of the area, we want to be good neighbors. This kind of a project helps us along that way.
At the end of the day, when you deconstruct your building in 50, 75, 100 years, that steel can be repurposed, it could be reused in another building, it could be brought back and recycled into new structural steel.
It's absolutely great, but let's just be thoughtful and measured about how we consider its environmental impacts and if it's the appropriate choice for any given application.
They're quite impressive that ArcelorMittal Dofasco has been able to achieve in reducing the carbon footprint of those products, and it's going to push the industry forward